How much money do you need to retire? Minimalist background with a calm, motivational soundtrack. How much money do you need to retire? Imagine waking up one morning, no alarm, no deadlines, no emails, just freedom, the ability to spend your days however you choose. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the question. How much money do you actually need to make that dream a reality? Retirement isn't something that only happens to people later in life. It can happen to you too, but only if you know exactly how much money you need to reach that goal. Because here's the hard truth. If you're not planning, you're not preparing. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much you need to retire and you'll be ready to create your own personalized retirement plan. Quick question, how much money do you think you need to retire comfortably? Keep that number in mind because we'll test it against the reality of your goals and the tools you have at your disposal. Setting the stage, understanding retirement and your goals. 1. What is retirement? What does it mean to you? Before we dive into the numbers, let's talk about what retirement really means. Is it sipping cocktails on a beach in Bali? Traveling the world with no work obligations? Or maybe it's more about having the freedom to pursue a passion project or spend time with family without financial stress. Here's the kicker. Retirement looks different for everyone. It's not just about stopping work. It's about living life on your own terms. But no matter how you define it, one thing is clear. Retirement takes money. The more specific your vision for retirement, the better you'll be able to plan for it. But here's a scary thought. What if you don't plan at all? What if you wake up at 60, still working because you never saved enough? That's a wake-up call no one wants. So how do we get to your version of retirement? It starts with understanding the real numbers, and that's where the retirement calculator comes in. 2. Understanding the retirement calculator. Now let's talk about the tool that will help us get a clear picture. The retirement calculator. This is your GPS for your financial future. It takes the guesswork out of how much you need to retire comfortably. So how does it work? You input your age, current savings, expected retirement age, desired retirement income, and anticipated investment returns. It then uses this data to project how much you'll need to save to reach your retirement goal. Sounds simple enough, right? Here's the exciting part. You might be closer to your goal than you think, or you might realize that you've got a lot more work to do. Either way, the truth is exactly what you need to build your strategy. Pattern interrupt. But wait, how does this even apply to me? You might be thinking, I'm only 25. What do I need to worry about retirement for? Trust me, the sooner you start, the easier it is to hit that target. Don't put this off for tomorrow. 2. The numbers. How much will you actually need? 3. How much will you spend in retirement? Here's where things get a little tricky. How much will you actually need to live on in retirement? This is the key question that most people forget to answer. You can't just think, I'll need a few thousand a month. You need to get specific, down to the dollar. Think about your current lifestyle. How much do you spend on essentials, entertainment, healthcare, and luxuries like vacations? Now multiply that by the number of years you expect to live after retirement. Are you getting scared yet? It's normal. Planning for 30, 40, even 50 years of retirement can be overwhelming. But here's the good news. The more specific your estimate, the better. That's where the retirement calculator comes in. It'll tell you exactly how much to aim for. But here's a shocking statistic. Most people vastly underestimate how much they'll need in retirement. Don't let that be you. Start with your current monthly expenses and think about how they'll evolve over time. Will your healthcare costs go up? Will you travel more? Or maybe, like many people, you'll want to leave a legacy. Cliffhanger. But don't worry. If you don't have all the answers yet, I'll show you how to figure this out in the next segment. Trust me, it's not as complicated as it seems. The 4% rule, a simple way to estimate your needs now. Let's introduce the 4% rule. This is a popular rule of thumb in the retirement planning world. Here's how it works. If you want to figure out how much you'll need in retirement, take your desired annual income and multiply it by 25. Why 25? Because the idea is that if you withdraw 4% of your total retirement savings every year, you'll never run out of money. For example, if you need $40,000 a year to live comfortably, You'll need $1 million saved up by the time you retire. $40,000 times 25. It's a great starting point, but keep in mind, this rule assumes you'll live to 90, your investments will grow steadily, and your spending won't skyrocket. So, is it a perfect formula? Number. But it's a formula that can give you a solid estimate. Pattern. Interrupt. But wait, can't I just invest in a few high-risk stocks and hope for the best? I get it. It's tempting to take big risks for a shot at big rewards. But remember, a retirement plan isn't a gamble. It's your financial safety net. 3. Putting it all together. Creating your personal retirement strategy. 5. Creating your retirement plan. Now that you know how much you need, it's time to create your retirement strategy. But where do you even begin? It's all about how much you save and how much you invest. First, calculate how much you can save each month. If you start early, even a small amount can grow exponentially thanks to the magic of compound interest. Aim for at least 15% of your income to go into retirement savings. Next, think about how you're going to invest. The stock market, real estate, or even retirement accounts like IRAs and 401ks. Each option has its own pros and cons, but the key is consistency. Here's where it gets real. The more you procrastinate, the harder it gets. If you're in your 20s or 30s, you have the advantage of time on your side. So start today. The longer you wait, the more pressure you'll feel to play catch-up later. Cliffhanger. But don't worry if you feel overwhelmed. There's one more strategy that could save you a ton of money, and I'll share that with you in the final section. Stay tuned. 6. Accelerating your retirement plan. Maximize your savings. Here's the final secret to supercharging your retirement savings. Maxing out your retirement accounts. This means contributing the maximum allowable amount to your 401k or IRA every year. Not only will this give you tax breaks today, but it will also ensure that your money is growing at a fast rate. Here's another pro tip. If your employer offers a 401k match, make sure you're taking full advantage of it. That's free money you're leaving on the table if you don't. Pattern interrupt, still thinking, I don't have enough money to max out my retirement accounts? Well, start small. Any extra money you save now will make a huge difference when you're 60. And remember, consistency is key. So how much money do you need to retire? The answer is different for everyone. But with the retirement calculator and the right strategy, you can create a plan that works for you. The key is starting early, being disciplined, and making informed decisions about how you invest and save. Call to action. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more tips, and start planning your future today. Your retirement won't plan itself.